1031.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing top 10 Berdly moments. Let's go. Number 10. Birdley's introduction, and him absolutely roasting the fuck out of Chris. With Birdley's first bit of dialogue, not only are we told that he knows about the multiverse, and that he's funny and cool, he also delivers the ultimate roast to Chris. Honestly, if I were Chris, I'd probably go home, because I wouldn't want to be in school knowing I got roasted that bad by the hottest kid in class. Number 9. Birdley working at the town's library as an unpaid volunteer. This is absolutely wholesome AF, and shows how Birdley is there for his local community. Number 8. Birdley forgiving Chris's debt owed on the book is conflicted, because while Birdley is a man of the law, he cares about his friends much more, so he reduces the fine from like $400 something to $64.23. What? And since, there's a little bit of respect for Chris, he only says consider it, and he doesn't say, oh, I recommend this. He's, because he expects Chris to, a part of them to like respect the law. But the fact Birdley went against the law just to help his friend shows not only that he's cool, but that when the law doesn't suit his friends, he will defy the law, which is pretty badass. Number 7. Birdley valiantly taking a blow of humiliation to save Noel from having to read in public. Now, this, if you remember the scene where Birdley, and he's talking about his childhood, where Birdley and Noel are at the spelling bee, and she gets real nervous because she has to spell in December, and she gets all frightened. Birdley remembers that, and so remembering how traumatic that must have been for her, he, without prior even mentioning it, he goes up and he does it, and that is like really sweet and also like very wholesome. A lot of Birdell shippers, I mean, here you go, you got it right here. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Number 5. Birdley joining Queen. We all know that Birdley can go against the man when it comes to protecting the people he cares about. Well, here's another example. Birdley joins Queen to protect Noel from getting her face roboticized. Here in this scene, we can even see one of Birdley's powers of gravity manipulation. Our Superlord straight up says to gravity, "You will bend to my will and get Noel to a safe location." This team up leads to a tragic scene later in the game, but Birdley putting his trust into Queen shows how trusting of a partner Birdley is.
Number 6.
Birdley in the Genocide route. That part in the Genocide route when Birdley fights off Noel, and when she unleashes her Frozone powers on Birdley, Birdley takes being frozen as a setup for his boss fight in Chapter 7. Bro was so clever that he was able to avoid all suspicion, and it's still a common misconception in the fandom that Birdley is dead. However, this is only due to the declining numbers of media literacy among the Deltarune community.
Number 4.
Birdley opening up about his past for Susie.
Birdley witnesses a moment of weakness from Susie, and for the first time, he finally sees the parallels between himself and Susie. And knowing that this is the best way, he responds to this by recalling his past with Noel to show that Birdley and Susie mirror each other in their upbringing. And this, in an act of vulnerability, in a time of tragedy, gets to Susie. She in turn helps Birdley realize that this cycle does not have to continue and that there is a way out. And thus, not only do we have Birdley being a real one, but also a huge scene for Birdsey shippers and the real launching point of their romantic subplot.
Number 3.
Birdley just straight up calling out the soul.
This freaking king over here deconstructs how we as the player will never get to know Noel as much as Birdley. That we as the player only have a surface understanding of her, and referencing how we only see the aspects of her that relate to her archetype as the simpleton girl next door, and that our affection for Noel is shallow, and to an extent always will be, as she is a game character. So Birdley basically told the soul, we don't know shit, that if we come after Noel, he is going to eviscerate us. Chills.
Number 2. Birdley's fight with w.d.gaster. Honestly, this is probably the most important bit of lore in the entire Deltarune Undertale universe. I mean, what else can I say about this iconic scene? Nothing.
Berdly used Friend Zone. The number one Berdly moment, and it couldn't go to anything other than this one, is the scene that would change Berdly forever. This is one of, if not the saddest scene in video game history. This scene has everyone crying. It's so tragic that it makes Les Mis look like Les Happy people. Berdly using the spell Friend Zone on Noel to protect her from w.d.gaster, one of the most tragic scenes in